Okay, finishing out this linear programming problem, I've got point B that we're looking for now, and it is the intersection of these two lines. So I'm going to use substitution here because I've got 0.5x plus 2y that equals 700. Just because on this I can multiply by 2 on both sides and get my x value isolated. So multiply that times 2 in there as well, which would give me 1x plus 4y equals 1400. And then I'll just subtract out the 4y from both sides. Gives me x equals 1400 minus 4y. So what I can do now is I'm going to take that other equation and put that in for x. So that means I'm going to do 0.6. And then for that I'll do, instead of x, I'm putting 1400 minus 4y plus 1.2y equals my 510. Okay, then just got some quick multiplication that we'll do on that. So 0.6 times 1400 gives me 840. Minus 2.4y plus 1.2y equals 510. Okay, working that out, we've got a negative 2.4, positive 1.2, which would give me a negative 1.2y. And then when I subtract 840 from both sides, gives me a negative 330. Then when I divide that by a negative 1.2, I end up with y equaling 275. So once I've got that 275, I'm going to plug that into one of my equations or I'll plug that into either equation really, as my y value, and solve for x. So let's put that in as the for 0.5x plus 2y. So 0.5x plus 2 times 275 equals 700. And I'm running out of room there. So multiply that by 2, I get 550. 0.5x plus 550 equals 700. Subtract that out and I would get 150 equals 0.5x. Doubling that would end up giving me x equals 300. So a lot of steps there on that. Doing substitution maybe gives you a little easier way of doing it without quite as many steps. Either way though, we can still get the same answer. So my x value is 300, y is 275, Then our final step, we're going to be plugging that in. So, since I've got my four corners, I'm going to take it and look back at what my original formula was. And so that was 500 times x plus, or 50 times x plus 150 times y. So, I'll start working that out for each of those corners. And looking at them, I'm just kind of scanning to see if there's any I can eliminate. My guess is for that, the 0.100 right here, I can probably eliminate. But my other three are probably going to be close enough that I need to work them out. So, for point A, I'm plugging all these into the formula 50x plus 150y. So for point A, it'd be 50 times 100 plus 150 times 325. And solve that out. In my multiplication, I should get 53,750. Okay, for B, I have 50 times 300 plus 150 times 275. Working that out, I should get 56,250, sorry. And for C, I have 650 and 100. So I do 50 times 650 plus 150 times 100. And when you work that one out, it just comes to 47,500. So, what that means is, looking at this, their goal should be, if they want to maximize their profit based on their amount of time, that they should go with this one right here. So that means they should provide 300 of the basic and 275 of the in-depth. And we'll just put a note that profit would equal 56,250. Okay, so ton of steps there getting that. A lot of that is finding the points here, those corners, really gives you the most work. The rest of it is plug into the calculator, get your answers for the larger numbers like this one. So that is the notes for 3.5, working through a full linear programming problem.